As you can see, it's pollen season. Your car's covered in this crap, your throat's scratched, and your eyes itch. Good news is we can show you how to safely remove the pollen from your car. Let's get after it. The sneaky thing about pollen is it looks harmless. It looks just like another common layer of dust on your car that you can simply wipe off with a duster or a towel. But if you get up real close and tight into there, what it actually looks like is a spiky ball. These things come off of trees, they come off of flowers, they come off of anything green this time of year. These are much more aggressively bonded to your clear coat than common dust. I mean, you think about dust being simply like dead skin cells and dander and things like that, they can safely wipe off most of the time. If you kind of wipe that, or people joke and write pollen into your pollen on your car, you will scratch your car. It is essentially like taking sandpaper across your surface. So I don't know if you knew this, but Brett not only is our camera guy, he's our 3D printer guy, and he very kindly printed us these actual models of specific, like this was once living spores of pollen, now big enough that we can actually see. They're literally designed to hook onto things, and that includes something like your car's surface. So what we need to do, regardless of what kind of environment you have, whether you're working in an apartment, you don't have access to lots of tools, or you have full service garage bay with pressure washers, we can show you how to safely remove this from your car's surface and keep it looking great even in the springtime. To start safely moving pollen, we're going to use the environment or the example of somebody who maybe lives in an apartment or a condo complex and does not have access to pressure washers and things like that. If you evaluate the amount of pollen on this vehicle, I'm going to be honest, it's kind of borderline whether or not a product just like a waterless wash is the best way to do it. If you have access to a self-service car wash, that actually might be a good solution when your car is this covered in pollen. However, you can make it work if that's your only option. The reason that you can do that or use this is the lubrication and the surfactants that come in something like a waterless wash are going to help kind of surround, encapsulate, and free those pollen spiky ball molecules from your clear coat. So the key in this kind of situation, especially with how much is on here, is dump the product on there. Use plenty of product to get all around those molecules and start breaking them free from the surface. The other thing you're going to want to do is use what we call the peel technique. And again, you're going to use a deep or a high pile microfiber cloth. If you want very specifics on how to use this waterless wash, check out some of our older videos that we've used. The peel technique basically ensures that you have clean surface of the microfiber across your surface as much as you can. So you start in an area and you kind of, we call it peeling, but you basically roll that microfiber up, exposing a clean surface as you pull that across the car. And then also keep in mind to continually turn and quarter your microfiber to make sure clean surfaces, I mean, you can see how much green pollen is coming off on this thing. Make sure there's a clean surface as much as you can. So it's going to take multiple towels. It's going to take reapplication of the waterless wash. Not ideal situation, but you can get your car much cleaner and safer than kind of wiping it off with a hose and a towel. When you're in a spot when your only option is waterless wash or taking it to a self-service bay, that's obviously going to be the safest way you can do it at the time. However, in general, the safest way to remove pollen and this kind of road grime from your vehicle surface is going to be a full wash that you can control everything. With these kind of embedded in contaminants that those spikes kind of grab on, you're going to start with a pre-soak wash. And what that's going to do is act like those surfactants and lubricants in the waterless wash over the entire vehicle. And it's going to really allow that extra water and the surfactant and the cleaners to start breaking free those bonds of the pollen. Now the pre-soak is applied and rinsed off. Now it's time to go over the entire car with a 2-bucket wash system with a contact wash. We're going to be using our Moab high foam premium car wash. Again, the reason for that is lots of foam, lots of lubricity, again, that's going to encapsulate anything that's still left on the vehicle and safely allow it to be washed away rather than scratch across your surface.
Yeah, but that's...
Quick recap, we have safely removed all the pollen from this vehicle with a pre-wash or pre-soak and then a 2-bucket manual wash system, rinsed it, dried it, so we have a clean vehicle. It is still springtime, so it will continue to rain down pollen on here for the next few weeks. So it is critical that you then coat your vehicle with some kind of protection. You can do your favorite, you can do wax, you can do detailer. We're gonna use a hybrid ceramic detailer. It's gonna give you 3 to 6 months of durability. And what it does is give a sacrificial layer on top of your clear coat. Even if you have a ceramic, this is gonna be beneficial because this is a sacrificial layer that will help clean off and keep this maintained while it's raining debris and attack on your clear coat. So now we're just gonna go over the entire vehicle with this and make it shiny. While not strictly a detailing tip, we mentioned people get itchy eyes, scratchy throats. To best battle the pollen season when you're driving your car, especially if you're spending a lot of time in your vehicle, make sure you have your air circulating and you keep it on the cabin circulation alone. Don't be pulling air from the outside in. That's gonna knock the pollen down in your vehicle. Might be a good place to find out where your cabin air filter is and replace that. That's it for safely removing pollen. If you'd like to get more into the details and the science, check out some of our videos we did a few years ago. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Have more questions about detailing? We got a whole library full, starting with this video.